still me here again. Now, the question that I have today is, will President William Samoei Ruto be re-elected in 2027? For me, the current action, I don't believe that everything that is doing interest of the people or the best interest of the nation. For me, because he never expected to have this opposition um, from the when, because we had from the 2023 we had uh, the protest which was against the finance bill 2023, but after several protests and mandamanos, they decided to be together and they formed the NADCO report, which did not sufficiently address the issues which were brought by the opposition in the NADCO report. So the president decided that is going to bring another finance bill, because number one, something that could interfere with is him implementing the finance bill 2024 from what he learned last year is the opposition, because he has numbers, and although the numbers might not be maybe two thirds, he has mastered the ability of buying the members of parliament. So for him, he saw one thing is maybe to quench, or that's how these leaders have always been doing back from before. We have seen with from Moise, this particular man, Raila with Moi, when these mandamanos come, they go and talk, things cool down. We had with Kibaki, even forming the power sharing strategy, the same thing. We had Uru Kenyatta, we had the handshake, this is the same thing. So these are because they have not managed, or they are not able to get rid of this man Raila Amolo Odinga, because is influential. And even remember that particular time they decided to boycott Safaricom, and a lot of people shifted from Safaricom to Airtel. I believe that he can form a good ambassador for, or brand ambassador, because just by talking, people decide to, maybe we are going to boycott some product, we're not going to buy some products, we are going to shift to this, and you see some products get massive customers by one particular person. So businesses, I think, be wise. Sometimes have these political leaders, yeah, figure out someone who is very influential and use him to market your products. I believe you're going to make a lot of products instead of advertising in those media stations, because at the end of the day, if this particular guy speaks, all the TV stations are going to feature his word and you're going to save a lot on advertising. So that's on a light note. um, Today we had uh, Rigathi Gachagua last year and Ruto say that they were not going to handshake, that they were not going to allow serikali ya nusu mkate. But the funny thing is that when Raila and Ruto decided to talk together, this made Gashagwa angry. But currently, just this week, we saw them together. Last week, we saw them together having that IBC talk, saying that the dialogue is is not an option. But nikawa watu walikuwa wanataka kusalimia Raila, so he apologized. He said that he heard what the people say, that they're not going to accept. So dialogue has not been an option, because these leaders have shown us dust. But Ruto did this because he thought this could divert people's attention, or could disunite the Gen Zs, but he was wrong. Now, um, does Ruto do everything according to the will of the people, or is trying to buy trust from the people? What I believe is that um, building trust, or before you earn someone trust, you have to work on it. But once you lose it, now that is a very big task you have. People have lost confidence in leadership, people have lost trust in leadership, and I believe that come 2027, most of these elected leaders are not going to be re-elected, because what, they truly show that the interest that they serve the president instead of the people. What the president say, what the president pushes, that is something that they are pushing for. um, so you see, like, the demonstration are still going on. The Gen Zs are still organizing more demonstrations. But the question is, will they stop? Okay. What do they want? What do they really want? Because the Gen Zs started the reject finance bill. Now, after the finance bill, now they brought new ones to the government, including take all the CSS down, do this. And most of these, the president refused to sign the finance bill. It was taken back to parliament. That's the first thing. The second thing is that apart from that, the finance bill was rejected. Now the people was like removing the CSS. The president has done so, but people have already lost after even he has done that. What I believe is that they will go back to what we call Ruto must go. This is because once people have lost confidence in you, now it is like, no, we have wanted the finance bill, but the one we don't want, it's you. So will President Ruto survive in the 2027 general election? Now I believe he's working on a strategy. Maybe if the strategy is good enough, of course, he might win. But I think maybe they are in that mindset that we know this is how things go. But I believe there is change. And for me, I'm 50-50. If comes a good strategy, he might win. But if goes with the old strategy that he believes that he has all power in his hands, then he's going to lose. He has a lot of things to work on, and maybe hope they're not going to work on tribalism, because if they go back there, we youths are going to forget we are Kenyans, and once they're successful with that, we go back to the old same system. So for me, it's a 50-50. What about you? Give your reasons. So thank you. Let's meet next time.